Alright guys, girls, Billy Goats, Alpha Geek here for CSGO Agenda, and I'm going to get right into this. Free servers were not updated, so I apologize right away for the bots. This is just what we're going to do right now. I've been preparing to go over this map for a really long time. One, because DE Strike was what this map was called in 1.5, 1.6. Was one of my favorite maps, and I like to nerd the fuck out on this map a long time ago, and it wasn't popular for a while, and then, well, anyways, it's had very many different renditions, I guess you could say, changing the layout of the map a little bit at a time, but the overall play of the map is fairly similar, being that, one, it's a very big map, and because it's a large map, it requires more communication, both T-side and CT side. So I'm going to talk just a tiny little bit about gameplay, and I'm going to go over spots, and then I want to do my basic default setups for CT and T-side, and I'll probably do this video in a couple different parts. I had a little homework done at the beginning. I posted two links, one with all of the smokes for A and one with the mid smokes for this map. There's a lot of little weird obstacles on this map, so usually you can come up with your own smokes, but for the main jungle smoke and stuff like that, I recommend using the smokes that have been posted there, or some close variation of those smokes. Alright, so before I do anything, I'm going to go over the spots, and I'll probably get shot by bots for a second. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about the setups, and then the gameplay, and how the gameplay kind of works around the setups, what setups you want to do to counter certain gameplays. So, first thing I'm going to say about that is T-side, you need to be very aggressive. So, you want to be coordinated, both CT side and T side, using a lot of communication. But T-side, you want to be very decisive and aggressive. So I recommend, just, having a good setup and going with it. And if you, especially pistol rounds and stuff like that, you don't want to really do too many variations off that, because, like I said, it's a very big map. So it's really easy to get picked off while you're rotating either both T-side or CT side. Alright, so here we are back Palace. Not to be confused with apartments, there's only one apartments in this map, and it is the B hall. So on the complete other side of the map, or what would be long B. So this is long A. You could call it upper A, but it's long A Palace. And it's pretty control spot on the map, but I'll talk a little bit more about the different spots, and I'm just going to go over them right now. So here we have the balcony, under the balcony. Alright, here I'm in the mid connector right now. Sorry, I'm also having some really bad lag spikes, so makes it a good time to just make this go over some spots. So here I'm standing on the stairs by mid connector. This used to actually be a power box that you'd have to jump up on. So stairs, power. This is toaster, or H box. So it's kind of shaped like an H. These boxes down here, this is Tetris. So you kind of jump up like a Tetris box. Sometimes we call it jump box because you use it to jump over here. When you're calling these spots, these are very specific spots. So this would be Tetris. This would be jump box. This would be in toaster, or H, in between, H box, or people don't really use that call anymore. So I've already said with my disclosure before about being ancient, and so some of my there's default spot calls on a map like long A, lower A. This is Palace, long A. This is lower ramp, T connector, T ramp, T stairs, it really is a ramp. You see they maintain this ramp. So this is lower ramp, lower A, Tetris, jump box, toaster, sandwich, maybe people call it that. Oh my god, everything's shooting. This is the default spot, the default plant spot. This is firebox because of these nukes here. Alright. CTs like to hide in this spot. This is ninja spot. You have a good shot connector here. No, would run out of ammo. I can just take. Oh, yeah, I get a bot with the Negev. Okay, so ninja spot. This is sort of like another weird spot that they kind of created by making these boxes bigger. I don't know if people have come up with a name for that, but it's sort of near the ninja spot. I would just say in front of the ticket booth. Alright, coming up lower T ramp into the A site here. In front of ticket booth, there's one. Okay, there's a plant spot here for cat. You gotta get in this little crevice here, and now you're exposed to cat. This is triple box, tri-box, triple box. It used to be very clearly, distinctly 1, 2, 3 boxes. This is, again, the default stack. Again, sorry for the lag. This is pretty bad, but... Alright, CT, stairs, mid connector. This is jungle area right here, okay? Now, you want to be, you know, usually people playing jungle, they're playing like this spot here. But they could be playing from this spot here, like Peking Palace. Or they could be playing from this back spot here. So again, I recommend being specific, like jungle by connector, jungle from window, jungle, you know, in the dark spot. All right, here we go. Mid toward the B hall here. This is the connector between left mid. Left mid, top mid to the B hall or apartments, and then this is the connector to the to underpass or subway, as we used to call it in Source. It's kind of a good smoke you can throw from here for the windows in Market here. This wall's spammable right here. Here we're coming up to the B halls. This, way back in the day, used to be coming up from underground, and then the CTs would like hide on top here, and it was really difficult to get out. So they've kept that gameplay with this. Been very happy with, you know, how the evolution of this is. They made it pretty hard to get out of these. You gotta do some special stuff. So here I'm out, the B hall balcony by the van. When you have a team, you can make really detailed spots for like generally known spots, but I'm gonna just go around with some of my old school verbiage, and hopefully, you know, people can evolve their own calls while I'm lagging so hard. People like to name calls after players that play those spots, like the infamous K-Sharp, picking from Big Box in the B site on Dust 2. You know, that's fine and everything, but it's a little bit confusing. It's not, I mean, it's technically that's not the name of a spot on a map. Players change. Like if I called Big Box and Dust 2 K-Sharp right now, I don't think a lot of people will be like, what the... Anyways, here we are at the B hall balcony. Let's try not to make this video forever long. I'm sorry, guys. Here's the van. This is the back of the site, or the bench. Ah, where'd it go? Okay. The B site here is really tricky because you have all these pillars. You have 4 pillars um, with tons of stuff all over them now. I'm gonna try to stay alive. I'm gonna firefight. So there's like every single pillar. There's multiple angles that you can places you can hide. So you want to just be really careful when you're taking the B site here. And again, if you have a team, you can make up really specific names for these spots, or like common camp spots, or even plant spots. Using communication, like around, you know, calling right where you plant the bomb, is incredibly helpful for your team to help them set up post plant, and then also be able to communicate like who's watching what, so that people don't just get shot in the back while they're, you know, watching and playing the bomb. I'm gonna go back to despawn. Sorry, you guys. Someday I'll get my own server. Definitely can't host it with this internet. So here we are, the B house. Hey, look, there's all the CTs. Yeah. This is jail. Okay. A lot of people, some people when this map, when we started playing this map in, I think in CSGO. Oh, maybe I'll take the bot. Can't take over the bot. I have to take the bot on my team or what? Yep. Oh. When people started playing this map here, they started calling the backup site where the bench is jail, because they extended it out, so there's a little spot there, but just want to clarify that jail is on the other side by the cat. There used to be a chain link fence kind of blocked in that whole area here. Like, this wall was a fence, like going like this. And anyway, that's cat jail. Yeah, it's a lot of the spots for names, like they took some things out of the map, so obviously the game's gonna evolve. Like, and then they add stuff like this. Now you have like a million things you can call this spot. Like, this is the this is the Og of Prey. 4K clutch spot. This is the 4K spot. Okay, so over here we're jail, and we're on the cat, and I want to go over there before I die. This is power here. This used to be a power box, but okay, you could say under window market. Okay, because this is where the window is market. Market, aka checkers, used to be checkers. Also CPL house, because that was just a basic call for the house. So, but now clearly market. You have market window and market door. Those would be the entrances into the B site. So yes, there are other doors in the market, just like there are lots of other windows on this map. But there's only one window on this map, and that's mid. Okay, there's market window. Okay. But not window. That's not window. That's market window. Market door. Checkers. Market. Market window. You can call this whatever you want, really. It's like back door, back hall, market, CT spawn, CT. Here we're in CT essentially. Again, if you have a team, you can come up with specific names for these little camp spots. But really, you just want to check most of your corners and stuff. So, I made a joke that, you know, we all knew we were in trouble playing this game when people started calling mid-window Sniper's Nest, and you know, it's just funny because some of the overlay stuff, like the developers put in the map, like, so when you're here, standing here, it says you're in the Sniper's Nest, and so everybody starts calling it Sniper's Nest because they don't know what else to call it. It's just kind of funny because You don't call it that. Like, everything gets shortened down into the smallest, shortest call you could possibly make because you need to be able to use it in a long, elongated sentences with your team. Okay, so this is window. Like, that's it. You can go out mid window if you want, but it's window. Alright, so now they've made it so you can get up on here too. And like, all the different versions made it so you couldn't get up on certain versions, and then sometimes you would be able to get up. Like, you used to be able to self boost here for a time, and then it's just gone back and forth. But this is ladder room up in there. Obviously the cat. I'm in the window, mid window. It's a jungle. Here I'm under mid window, underpass, or bottom of mid. Okay, so bottom mid, top mid connector. Oh my gosh, we're almost done. These bots are probably really disappointed in my performance. Alright, here we are, top mid, green box. It's not green anymore, but that's what we used to call it. I don't know what to tell you. Top mid. And there's many spots up here, top mid. Oh no, they're gonna shoot me. Okay. This is top mid, right side. Clearly. So you'd have behind the box, top mid, or green box, and right side mid, and then you have you guys probably all know where chair is, but I'm trying to call where we've all had different names for it. Woohoo, I got a Zeus. A lot of different names for it over time, but they finally, people were calling it chair because it kind of looks like, well, plus because people would just camp there all the entire round, like, and that's a legit strategy too. Holding the rotation from here, and here, and here, and here. All right, so chair. Okay, so that's not top mid. That's chair. Here we go. We're going up cat. Cat to ladder room. Ladder room to window. Window to CT. And then I guess I just go all the way around. So I know I made it all the way around the CT spawn. And this is the ticket booth. Ticket sales. I've seen people really camp back here like crazy, and then maybe they use this spot here and put like a smoke, and then people just run by, and when they check, they just check the corner there. But you can also get up here above your smoke and pick with an op. So, and then a lot of times you get here, and then you can fall down here, and then get cover here. You want to just know your angles on this map. And I think I pretty much went over most of the spots. This, I think, people call this like bench or something. I have more specific names. Like I said, I'm just going over just kind of default stuff for people. Next, I'm going to go over my setups, CT side and T side. I'm going to start a new video just to make sure these aren't so long that I can't upload them. And I want to be able to also force you to like and subscribe my videos, please. Not for me, but for the future of this game. And for everybody, just, for everybody. Because, if you know stuff already in the game, and then you have to play against people that don't, you're not, getting a challenge. So you want everybody to just kind of have their basics out of the way, like how to pop a flash, learning how to quick switch, basic things, knowing what to call spots on the map so that they have a relative amount of confidence in playing the game. and it's going to improve the gameplay overall for everybody. So, um, one of the things I like to say is, you know, if you're a great player, then you're going to make everybody around you a better player. So that's just, you know, I don't care how you do it. You maybe do it by laughing and joking and getting people from, keeping them from raging, or maybe you're the person that stays focused and, you know, clutches, or maybe you're the over communicator like me, or the shoutcaster. um, Whatever it is that you're gonna, you know, if you have so much time on your hands that because you're just not challenged, then use that time to just help other people out with some basic things and not in a condescending way. And you know, it's like if you're playing a couple games, you know, maybe the first game isn't so great, but you play another game, and the next crap, we're gonna get another map change, so I'm gonna have to find another server. Anyways, like, subscribe, share this link for other people, share the group, the Steam group link, because I'm posting in there. Follow the Twitter page, please, because I am actually right now in a remote location where I have internet, and I have satellite internet where I live, so I can only tweet out. And so please follow the Twitters, the like, subscribe, and look for the next video, because I have some, just basically all the defaults that you would need for the setups, T side and CT side, and it can be pretty confusing. And yep, I got a lot of content here, so we're just gonna get this next video started. Thank you.